Hi, happy crafting. It's Debbie with Create Pretty Things. How are you guys doing? Let's create a cool little sign with very colorful paste using this transfer. See the good things. Now, as you can see, it's all one piece, and we're going to apply it to our London frame. This London frame is 8.5 by 11 inches. It is reusable and magnetic. Magnetic, guys. So I also have these cutout pieces here. These are our thin wood cutouts in the shape that will match this flower. So we're going to paste on these and we're going to apply them to our board with magnets. Magnets, guys. That way we can take it off. We can reuse the board still. Everything will be awesome. So let's get started. As you jump on, please comment the word good, G-O-O-D. That will get you a list to everything I'm using tonight. And you can feel free to modify that cart, change out colors, delete things, or just take a look and not even buy things. But type in the comments, good, G-O-O-D, and then check your messenger. I'm gonna pick up the pieces I just dropped. I dropped a few pieces. And I think that we will go ahead and get started with our transfer. We're going to peel it off the backer, save your backer, fuzz your transfer. I'm going to use my shirt. You can use any piece of fabric you want. You're just trying to temper that sticky on the back of these so that it doesn't stretch when you pull it up. And then do you notice how you can see through this? The silk screen is all the design areas. And so wherever you put the paste down, it's going to go through those design areas and it will stay on the surface below. So I'm trying my best to get this on straight and evenly spaced. And I think it looks pretty darn good. You're going to go ahead and you're going to rub out any air bubbles. Make sure it has good contact to the surface below. This is what it looks like. Can you still see the design? Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be many, many different colors. I hope you like it. Now, if you were making this design, you can make it one color. You can make it two colors. You can make it as many colors as you would like. But in my mind, I have it as a multicolored design. So I'm just going to go ahead and add whatever colors I see fit. So I'm going to use Marvelous, just a little bit, and I'm going to do the, T-H-E. I'm just smoothing on the paste with my squeegee. I'm actually using the wrong side, but that's okay. You can use either side. Smooth it on, cover all those silkscreen areas. Take off the excess paste just by gliding over it. Put it back in your jar. Put it in your jar. So I've got one squeegee down. I'm going to go ahead and wipe it off. And I am going to use the next color. I think I want to use something bright. So I'm going to use Coral, Couture Coral on my S. And I think I'm going to go for a smaller squeegee. This is a small squeegee cut in half. It gives you the smaller size, and it works really well with a lot of areas. Now you want to apply this and remove the transfer when the paste is wet. Your paste should be the consistency of a can of frosting, basically. A can of frosting. I'm going to use my Bumblebee, one of my favorites. Couture Coral, Couture Teal, and Bumblebee are my favorites. Until it comes to other colors, and then I'll say that they're my favorites as well. It's hard. We have so many cool colors, guys. And I just got some of this Bumblebee on my Couture Coral S. Now, one thing you want to do is you want to peel this off while the paste is still wet. I felt like my coral paste was a little bit dry, and then it would dry sooner than the rest. So I'm going to go ahead and lift up my transfer, and I'm going to release that paste. Let me show you. If I can grab the corner again. I'm just gonna lift down the area that I've already pasted. And I'm gonna let that dry for just a second. Now I can see that I could apply some more coral. Do you see how there's like a spot missing out of that S? I'm all for the distressed look, but that's not meant to be distressed. So I'm gonna lay this back down and I'm gonna press the areas that I have not pasted back down. And I'm gonna go back and apply a little bit more of that coral paste to the S. And I think what happened there is that it did start to dry in the paste, in the screen. Yeah, now that's better. Now see how it filled it in this time? I think it was starting to dry and it's a good thing I peeled it up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and push the rest back down. Make sure it's on there really good. And I'm gonna use my Couture Teal next for the E. Now the E is kind of in a block and the letter E itself is going to be reversed. And that's kind of cool. Just chalk the whole area. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and start doing my flower. Now my flower, I'm going to end up putting the wooden flower on top. So most of this is going to get covered up, but I'm going to go ahead and do it because you may want to take it off for a different color flower in the future, or you may want to, I kind of like the shadowing effect that it has underneath sometimes if you don't completely apply the wooden piece on. So that's what I'm going to do. And I just noticed I don't have any greens here for the stem, but I'm going to go ahead and make that stem. Let's see, let's make it yellow. Just the stem of my flower. And once again, this is just going to be one color combination because we're going to overlay this with the wooden transfer, the wooden pieces. Okay, and then I'm going to do the leaves. Let's do the leaves. Oh, this is cool. This is one of our new colors of the month. It's called an En Vogue color because it's these two right here, Squeeze and Fresh. These are our, not colors of the month, these are our En Vogue, so they're seasonal, and they'll only be here for a while, and then they'll go away. So I'm going to do a couple leaves blue, the Fresh color, and this is really nice. It's a shimmery color. I'll do this one down here. I think this squeegee is the small squeegee. It's kind of big for this area. So that's our Fresh, and I just love how it glistens. Do you guys love it? And then I'm going to do, let's do our Colonial Blue for our next color. So we'll have a couple blue leaves. I don't know why I didn't think to get a green. But that's okay. This is kind of a fictional piece of art. So we can make it whatever colors we want. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and peel this up because it's time to release that paste out of the screen. Peel it down. I love it already, guys. I do notice I'm missing a little piece out of this leaf and a little corner on the top of that S, or E, the square behind the E. So I'm going to go ahead and get put it down again to try to line it up, chalk that one, and then get my other squeegee with my squeeze, and I missed that one. Okay. So when you're peeling it up to release the paste, always make sure that you're kind of checking it out, assessing. Oh, I missed some of my orange too, my squeeze. To see if there's any repairs that need to be done. And as we saw, I had a few this time. Okay. Okay, I just released it and it looks great. Now, normally I would go ahead and get my air dryer, but it's fallen overboard. And so I'll get it in a minute. Let's go ahead and finish out the rest of this. Let's see, let's just kind of do whatever colors we feel like doing. Let's do our fresh for this G. Where are you guys watching from? Please type in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to know how far this has reached and what areas like to watch this. It's just great fun to see where everybody is. And if you guys know of anybody who would like to watch this, please go ahead and share this video and let them watch too. Okay, this coral, Couture Coral, is the one that is dry. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of distilled water to this. And I'm going to mix it up with a stir stick, just so that if I use it again, it'll be a better consistency. And you may want to do this, check all your paste before you get started, just to save you some headache. Like I said, this is one of my favorite colors. This Couture Coral. What are you guys doing today? It's Wednesday. It's kind of a hump day. I'm always amazed at how fast the weeks go by, the days go by. I don't know about you guys, but they fly by way too soon. I'm doing the O, and it also has these little, they look like watermelon seeds in the middle. I'm just going to go ahead and do those all yellow. I could have done them separate colors, but I think we've got a really wild pattern going on here. I'm going to get another little squeegee, and I'm going to do my center of this rainbow looking piece. I'm going to do it yellow, Bumblebee. So it's going to be a multicolored rainbow. And I don't know my rainbow order. So if I put something in the wrong order for this, as far as rainbow order, please forgive me. I just didn't research that. I didn't even think about it. Okay, so I've got my yellow on. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of my teal in the center. And I think I will do the squeeze orange on the outside of it. And this squeegee is big for what I'm doing. But I'm going to make it work. So you guys, we have so many different sizes of squeegees. We have a small, we have a mini, and then I cut my smalls in half to make kind of a super mini. And then we have big angled squeegees. We have a big, it's like a 2-inch squeegee, which is one of my favorites for the big ones. We have many different colors, sizes of squeegees. I'm gonna go ahead and get Marvelous for this, the all. I think that this is such a great saying and a great motto to live by. See the good in all things. I think you end up happier that way if you look for the good and you see the good in all things. And it is a great mantra. Okay, so I've got this next line done. I'm going to go ahead. You tell me what I'm going to do. Any guesses? I'm going to peel it up and inspect. Oops. And when you do this, try to hold on to your transfer at the top so it doesn't lay down on itself and ink things that you don't mean it to ink. Look at that. I like it. So I do have a little bit of the O missing up here. I have a little bit of colors blending where they shouldn't be. But you know what? It's okay. So I'm missing part of this O. So I'm going to repair it and I'm going to lift it. That's better. Oh no, it was the yellow that was missing. Let's see. It's the yellow Bumblebee. And I'm just going over the whole thing again. because it looks kind of like it missed some. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm just going to kind of tack it down, and let's continue down. See my couture, my colonial blue. This was my very first paste color I ever bought, guys. This is my first jar, and it's almost gone. Still working well for me. Still love the color. I remember when I saw it and I ordered it, I thought, wow, that is such a gorgeous color. How come more people aren't so excited about this color? Whoops. And then as I went and got more colors, I realized that every color is beautiful. I have favorites, but it really is hard to pick one over the other because they're all beautiful. There's our tea and marvelous. Let's do our squeeze, which is our in vogue color, one of our in vogue colors for this month, or this season, I should say. I love it. So bright and cheery. Makes me want to eat oranges and citrus. Let's do our couture coral. I should just call it coral. We'll do our teal. Notice how I didn't say the couture part? Kind of stuttering over that today. I would love for you guys to tell me what you did for the eclipse day. Did you guys watch it? What was visibility like in your part of the country? Were you able to see it? We didn't have 100%, but it was fun. It really wasn't as impressive here in Arizona as other areas, but it did get dark. I did feel the coolness. It didn't get pitch dark though. It got darker. And I do have a little bubble down here, so we'll see what happens with that. Okay, so now we got it all pasted. Let's peel it up. Yeah, okay. So where I felt the bubble is right here. And so notice that bled. So that's okay. These are reusable boards and they clean up really easily. I also noticed I have some paste kind of gathered on this edge right here. That'll clean up really well. So that's what it looks like so far. Now let's go ahead and paste our little individual pieces. And you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and clean this real quick. Normally I don't think you'd have to clean it, but since my paste was a little on the dry side, I'm going to go ahead and clean it before I do that flour. So I'm just using regular tap water. I'm going to get a paper towel for my first pass on cleaning this. This is going to get the thicker parts of the paste off. And then I'm going to get what's called my board eraser. Now I did put a board eraser in the cart. And all that is a cleaning tool. It looks like a magic eraser sponge, but there are no chemicals. You want to make sure these transfers are reusable. You can reuse them between 8 and 12 times, and a lot of that depends on the stickiness of the back of your transfer. So you want to make sure that you don't use any chemicals on the back part of that transfer, and you want to kind of treat it carefully when you clean it. The front side of my transfer has done the first set of cleaning. I usually go over it again, but I need to do the back side of this. And this is the sticky side. I'm going to spray it with water and rinse out my sponge and just rub my board eraser over it. And remember that this side, you want to take care of the sticky, so don't scrub it really hard. It's not as hard to clean because it wasn't as dirty. The paste was not applied to this side. It was applied to the other side, but it did go through onto this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wipe my surface clean. And I am going to work on my front one, again, my front side. Just go over it one more time. You want to make sure you have all that paste out of the silk screen. So go a couple different directions. And then when you have that done, go ahead and dry it off with a paper towel. Flip it over dry the back side with a paper towel. And then you would put it on your transfer backer, but I'm going to reuse it again right away for my flowers. So I'm going to make sure it's dry because I don't want it to affect my next transfer. My next transfer of color. I'm going to go get a green real quick. Okay, so since I'm doing the top ones, I'm going to do the leaves a different color green. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my surface on the sticky side of the transfer. Now, as you can see, most of this design is silkscreen, which means that there's not a lot that's going to stick to it because it's silkscreen. And the only part that's sticky is the green part. So I'm going to press these on. I think I'm just going to do these two for right now because the leaves look like they may overlap just a little bit. And that didn't really work. So let's see. Let's go ahead and put this underneath. And I'm lining it up with my silk screen. I'm going to put this one underneath. Lining it up. And I'm just going to go ahead and chalk this. Now I want my flower to be my coral color. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply my color. Remember, wherever the silk screen is where you are going to get your color to go through. So anything that's green is not going to show the color, but it's going to be like a designing factor. Okay. Might have a little bleed right there. Okay, let's do a blue stem. Maybe we'll do a mauve stem. I think we might have done blue on the other one. Oh, we did yellow. So mauvelous stem. Then I'm going to do my leaves underneath here, and I hope that they're all the same. Okay, so let's do, this is wild lime. So I didn't put any greens in the cart link. I wasn't planning on, I just didn't cross my mind to do that. So wild lime on this one. Oh, and it's dry. You stir it up a little bit. Sometimes they get really thick. Now this one is thick like, it's almost like a rubber, a thin rubber. So I really want to work it around. And make sure I get all that water incorporated into it. And I'm just going to apply a little bit. I think I'm going to do it right here on this one that has the scoring. Whoa! Okay, and that is way too much. And then I'm going to do my, this is called Take Note. It is one of our color of the months, so it's not available anymore, unfortunately. But if you guys ever get the chance to purchase a color of the month, I highly, highly, highly recommend them. This month's color is Pucker Up. It's a shimmery yellow. I haven't got mine yet. It's supposed to arrive this week, so I can't show it to you. But they are amazing, and they are limited quantity. So you want to get it when you can. You have to have a qualifying purchase to be able to purchase that. And so when you're placing an order, always consider the color of the month, because once they're gone, and you only get one chance to purchase them. And they're always amazing. Whoops. Well, that's just going to add some color to that. It's going to add some color. And I'm not sure if these are all different sizes or not, but I'm going with it, guys. I'm just going with it. Okay, so my what was this, pistachio? Forgot what color this was. Wild lime. That's wild lime. And this one is Take Note. Okay, so I'm just going to clean up a little bit as I'm done chalking, I believe. Let me check this, I guess. Yes, okay. So I'm just going to clean up. I'm going to throw my squeegees into a water bath. I'm going to cap my jars, and then we'll go ahead and put together our project. So this one, remember, is the one that's kind of thick. I'm going to add some more water to it before I put it away and just stir it around a little bit. And while it's not completely incorporated yet, I think it'll work on itself and loosen up as we let it sit in the storage area. Okay, so we're just going to kind of clean up the edges and let that fall down in there and put the lid on. Okay, decor. So what is your favorite thing to do on Wednesdays? I know on Fridays, we're all excited for the weekend. We're tired from the work week. And Wednesdays is kind of a sigh of relief because we're halfway through it. We know we can get through our work week. But do you have anything special that you eat on Wednesdays? Do you have a special dinner? Like, is it taco night at your house? Well, I guess Tuesdays are usually taco night at some places. Do you have lasagna night? Do you have meatball night, spaghetti night, sandwich night? Do you have anything special on Wednesday nights for dinner? Let me know in the comments. We normally eat our big meals earlier in the day, and so I had tuna salad, but I'll probably have a little snack later on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clean this again. Once again, we're just going to spray it. We're going to take our first pass, clean up most of our mess, clean up our work area. Then we're going to go ahead and get our board eraser, wring it out, it's wet, clean it up. Clean up our surface underneath so that our sticky side doesn't pick up anything, or any side doesn't pick up any dirt or paste. Clean this side. Also, you know, this side will have some of the lint that you picked up when you fuzzed it. So you're kind of getting that lint off as well, because you want it to be clean and dry when you store it. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this side, which is the sticky side. Dry my mat. Dry this side, which is the non-sticky side. Lift it up to the light and see if you can see through it. If you can see through the screen, then it's clean. You're going to apply it back to your transfer backer. put it back on there. This keeps it in prime condition for reuse over and over and over again. So make sure you clean these. I know sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want to clean, but it doesn't take that long. Look how perfect this looks when it's clean. I store it back in the cellophane wrapper that it comes in, and then it's good for next time, okay? So let's go ahead and work on our sign. Now, I do have a couple pieces, like right here and right here, little bleeds that I can clean up. What I normally do is I just get a little piece of paper towel. I get it wet, not real wet, but I carefully use just the tip of the paper towel to get in there and wipe off any bleeds. And you can also scrape it off once it's dry. Okay, on this one, and sometimes if you have stubborn paste, like on the white frame, use your board eraser. So this seemed to be smearing with my paper towel. So I'm just gonna use the board eraser, and it works magic, guys. These things are magical. They're really, really good. Okay, so I see that I just kind of splashed some of my design with water. Let me get my dryer. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta get my dryer on the other side of the table. And I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna go ahead and dry this just a little bit from where I splashed the water. And I'm gonna dry my other pieces, which I see one that needs some cleanup. And I just turned my glue gun on. And I do see that I need a little bit of cleanup here. Let me see. Right here, looks kind of messy. Okay, so now I have my little pieces of my flower. And this one can use some cleanup. Okay, that's good. And maybe just a little bit of cleanup right here on this edge. And these are reusable as well, these chalkable shapes. So you can, whoops, if you make a mistake, you can re-chalk them. Okay, so I kind of messed it up a little more than I should have by cleaning it, but that's okay. So I have some magnets. We do sell magnets, but these are Dollar Tree magnets. And I want to make sure I get the proper side down. Okay, so that's going to stick. Whoops. Oh, I guess both sides will work. Whoops. I'm just going to go ahead and glue my magnet right on top. Maybe. I turn these over and just kind of get them ready. While my glue gun finishes up. Let's see. Can I get just a little drop of glue out of here? No. Okay, so let's wait for just a second. Let's admire what we have. What do you guys think? Do you love the colors? I do. I think they're really cute. So, I'm really, really impatient for this. Got one drop out. Another drop out. That magnet is a little bit big for that stem. Now we're all done now that my glue gun is heated up. So I'm going to go ahead and place our magnets on. Turn off our glue gun. Put our magnets away. Okay, so here's the magic. We have an orange flower with blue leaves and a yellow stem. Now, I have a pink flower with orange, yellow stem and blue flowers. Now, I have a pink stem and green leaves. And if you wanted just a few green leaves, I mean, you can mix and match this all you want. I do have a lot of glue strings here. Whoops. And I just took some paste off of there. So you can mix and match it up. Which flower do you like better? Do you like the three-dimensional one with the pink flower and the green leaves? Actually, I don't want the same green leaves. Let's do, I wanted to alternate them. Okay, guys, here it is. What do you think? Give it a heart if you love it. I love it. I hope you get this one. Whether you don't have to use a three-dimensional piece, I just think it gives it a little bit of lift, and I really, really like it. And I love all the colors in here. What's your favorite color in this whole piece? Let me know in the comments. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow. Hope to see you. Bye.